Hello everyone, welcome back to Anime Pete. In this video we will inform some of the newest anime that will be broadcast in October 2023. For some anime, the first episode has already started airing. You can watch it on your favorite anime channel. Okay, let's see for the first anime that has been broadcast, namely Shangri-La Frontier, Kyusoj Hunter, Kamij Nai Idaman Tasu, or with the alternative title, namely Shangri-La Frontier, Crappy Game Hunter, Challenges God Tier Game. This anime has genres, action, adventure, comedy, game, fantasy. The first episode was broadcast on October 1st, 2023, and the first episode was approximately 25 minutes long. Let's just watch the storyline of the first episode. This anime tells the story of a second-year high school student named Rakurou Hizutome. He is a young man who really likes playing games, but the games he plays are very different from other games. He is a fan of Dregs games, games whose systems are unable to keep up with advances in virtual reality-based game technology which has become the standard in gaming. People who like this Dregs game are usually called weirdos, and Rakuro is one of them. Another Dregs game that he has just finished is a game entitled Chronicle Online. In this scene, you can see a man wearing a mask and only wearing shorts watching a dragon die and disappear after being defeated by the man, then making the weather around him become clear again. Behind the man there was a woman who was grateful and thanked the man that the evil dragon had been defeated, but suddenly for no apparent reason the man jumped up and then kicked the woman in the face. Then the game was successfully completed. Then the story moves to Mahinoki High School, which is where Rakuro goes to school. At the end of the hall there was a girl who wanted to try to say hello and get closer to Rakuro, but she failed to greet him, and it turned out that the girl was Seiga Rei, a second-year high school student just like Rakuro. The story moves to a game shop. This game shop called Rakurou is quite large and has a fairly complete game collection. The manager of this shop is named Iwamaki Mana. Rei came to this game shop so she could see and meet Rakuro. But when Rei came, Rakuro was not in the shop, and instead Rei was teased by Mana. Mana tells Rei that Rakuro rarely visits the game shop now, because recently he has been trying out a Super Dregs game called Chronicle Online. Mana explained that the game was a Super Dregs game that was in the legendary category, because allies who were supposed to help instead became a burden and the enemy's attacks were beyond reason. Plus the game system is very chaotic. Only people with high gaming skills can finish this game. Not long after, the shop door opened and Rei was surprised that the person who entered the shop was Rakuro, and suddenly Rei disappeared from Mana's sight. Then Mana asked Rakuro about the Chronicle Online game he was playing. Rakuro answered confidently that he had finished the game, and with enthusiasm Rakuro told Mana everything, starting from his partner named Feria, who is always a burden and always causes problems, to becoming an obstacle in his adventures and continues to make Rakuro emotional. Rakuro's annoyance with Feria paid off when he defeated the final boss. He used the time to beat Feria, and it turned out that was the reason why Rakuro suddenly jumped up and kicked Feria in the face. After finishing the Chronicle game, Rakuro was confused about what other Dregs game to play. The store manager suggests Rakuro to play the game Shangri-La Frontier, a VR game played by more than 30 million people and developed by a large gaming company called UES. It wasn't long before Rakuro looked for information about the game before he started playing it. After collecting some information, Rakuro then immediately logged in to play the game. After logging in, Rakuro must create a character to play in this game. Rakuro was amazed and surprised because this game had many choices of characters that could be played. After seriously choosing and creating his avatar, his character was finally finished. A character who prioritizes good weapons over defense. For this reason he sells all the equipment he gets from the start in order to earn money. And to hide his identity he wore a mask in the shape of a bird's head. And the name used in this game is Sunraku. After entering the game, Sunraku was immediately surprised by the quality of this game. The starting place when he played was in a forest, and when he was about to head to town he was suddenly attacked by a monster. The first monster he encountered was a goblin, and he used this monster as a test for his fighting techniques. After killing the goblin, suddenly in the bushes a killer rabbit appeared. The rabbit was quite strong, but he was able to defeat it easily, After defeating it, he leveled up and gained several skills. In his fight against the rabbit, he got the drop item a double sword, and then made it his main weapon. Sunraku then continued his journey to the nearest city, but the bridge connecting the forest and the city was guarded by a giant snake monster. Can Sunraku defeat a raid class monster alone? Watch the next story in the next episode. See you!